I'm being honest, I'm a little stressed today with everything that's happening and all the decisions I need to make, and we need to drive around and buy things and then be back here to make sure everything's running smoothly. It's a crazy day. Then I still have the business stuff happening on top of that, so it's by God's grace alone that I'm standing here today and not losing my mind. So with this skirting over there, we noticed that it might be a problem when this door opens up, so we're going to try and figure out how to do this.
So for all the food critics out there, I mean the worker critics, see if I can do this. Let's hope I cut it right, bro.
Did you measure before you cut?
No, I just cut. Why do I need to measure?
Why do you need to measure? Oh.
We have to remove the skirting first.
Okay, let's...
Al die skirting van die deur af.
Yeah. The skirting is the skirting.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine. I think it's just a cut that might not be straight.
Yeah, there's Woodoc.
Thanks, Richie. Let's see how this goes. Almost 5 p.m. on this Friday, and the cabinet guys left. They're coming back Monday to do the final fitment for the kitchen. Fitment for the kitchen. Flooring guys are leaving now, and the only guys left are busy with Henry cladding the braai. It's taking a while because they have to be quite certain with the pieces that they're doing, so it doesn't look like a paving. It needs to be very random, and it's also quite an interesting puzzle piece to get all of the small pieces to fit in. So that's the last thing we're doing today, and Joseph is still busy painting inside. There he is. Ag, dit maak my nou excited dat jy nou die muurtjie bou, my liefie.
Ek mou nie meer, jy skor die wil bou.
Maar dat jy help.
Ja, ek staan net hier. It's fine, you don't have to cut it.
It is 6 p.m. and the guys are still working. They are currently doing the sealing of the braai, putting on the turbo coil, I don't know what you call it, and they're still cladding the braai. We decided after the fact, so they did the front and the sides of the braai, then we decided after the fact that we want to braai the inside of the braai at the bottom as well. But then Richie and his team already did skirtings there, so we decided to take the skirtings off and do the cladding. So I feel really bad about that. I feel like it's wasted, but honestly, it looks so much better without the skirtings in there. Let me show you. It's Sunday afternoon, probably almost 2 o'clock. We slept in a little bit today. Henry and his mom went to Stodel, so they're doing some plant shopping, and probably when they come back, they're going to start working in the garden, which is their zone, and they enjoy it, and I don't mind. I had this sudden urge to come and seal the floors upstairs. And when I get urges like that, I kind of just want to go and work with the momentum that I have. Because we're moving in Friday. We've got 4 days to get this house moving ready. One of the most important things we need to do is seal these floors so that we can carry in the furniture. And our skirtings are being done upstairs tomorrow as well. I've already done like a small tester piece. This is the product that I got at Brights. It's a water-based wood floor sealer. And the fact that I went with water-based is because I've heard that when you go with an oil-based sealer, it has a tendency to eventually turn yellow because of the oil. But with water-based, it doesn't turn yellow. It also says non-yellowing here somewhere. There it says non-yellowing. So they say that you need to do 3 coats. So obviously clean the floor first, do your first coat. Once that's dry, sand it with 100 grit sandpaper just to smooth it out. Sorry, my dog's here. And then you do the second coat, sand it again, clean the floor, and then your third coat, and you don't sand after the third coat. I've done a tester piece where I did 1 coat, and then I've done a piece where I did 2 coats. And I don't feel like I want to do a third coat because it's really darkening the floor too much. And we want to try and keep it as light and natural as possible. And the more sealer I put on, the more it brings out the natural color of the pine, which is yellow. I don't want to go in that direction, so I think 2 coats is like the maximum I would go. And this is also going to be a tester, you know. I'm pretty sure that 2 coats would be more than enough. If it was in a bathroom, I'd probably go with more coats of sealer than in a standard bedroom. So let me show you the sample pieces I did. So those first 3 planks up until that point, those first 3 planks have 2 coats on them. Now it's really difficult to see on camera, but when you're standing here in person, it's a little darker than what we have going here, and all of this is only 1 coat. So it's definitely a bit lighter when you just do 1 coat. The sealer, I'll show you now what it looks like, but it looks like a milk. So it's like a milky, watery consistency and color. So it doesn't really change the color, it just enhances whatever's underneath that. So I'm gonna go ahead and vacuum this entire space. There's only dust here, so I'm just gonna vacuum it. I don't know how many liters it's going to take us to seal all of the floors upstairs. We might need 10 liters in total. if I do this without having to rush. And I prefer doing this now on my Sunday than sitting in front of the TV, because this relaxes me and it takes my mind off of everything that's happening at work and everything I need to do this week. This is causing me to be focused here right now on what I'm doing, and giving my brain a break from all the other things it needs to think of. When Henry and his mom gets home, we're probably going to make some buns with cheese and cucumber and lettuce and mayonnaise. We call them Sunday buns because it's such a beautiful sunny day outside. There's no need to do like heavy cooking today. I must say the color of the floor on this side looks a lot different than it looks on the other side. It's very yellow. I think it's because it's wet. I think once it dries, it might lighten a little bit. But this isn't changing the color. This is just basically enhancing the natural color of the wood. And I was racking my brain. I was thinking like, oh, I want the specific color in mind for the floor that I want to go, but I don't know how to change the color of the pine to get it there, you know, to have more coffee tone than similar to our flooring downstairs. But I don't know how to get it there, and I'm just, you know, it's too much for me to figure out now with the deadlines that we have. So I thought to myself, you know what, if we just seal the floors and then, you know, it's at least protected, and then when we have capacity in the future, when we want to start to do something about the pine floor, that's if it really bothers us, then we can go ahead and take that project on with all of our attention. I might get very nervous when we need to make decisions so quickly, especially decisions like this, because it's not easy to correct. You know, it's going to be a process if we want to change this. But at least we know, okay, you know what we're working with. The original floor, it's raw, so it's basically untouched, and at least it's protected. And I'm soothing myself by saying, you know, we're going to put a bed down, there's going to be a rug, there's going to be chairs, dressers, stuff like that. So that's what I'm thinking. So I finally finished sealing the floor. It looks good. It's still wet, so I think it's going to go a little bit lighter, like that area over there that's dry already. It's quite wet still. You can see where I stopped and started, so I'm not sure if that's going to blend. If it doesn't, I'll just have to figure out how to make that blend. But it looks good. The floor looks healthy. And I don't foresee this being a problem in terms of color schemes, especially if we're going to be putting down rugs and stuff. So it really doesn't bother me at all. So this is the raw floor versus the wet sealed floor. Once that's dry, I'm going to see what the difference is. It shouldn't be too much. But this is one coat, and then we'll decide whether we're doing another coat, because this looks really good. Excuse me. It's Monday morning, 9:10, and the Countertop guys just arrived. Morning. The dream team is here. Woo! Look at this. Wow. Fresh and white. Hoor jy, gaan maak dat die mense nie wil werk hê nie. Oomlik as die TV aangaan, dan stop alles. Jy gaan maak dat die mense nie wil werk hê.
So it's hard.
So it looks like a picture on the wall.
When you come to the sea and when you touch it, I'm joking, but it looks like hard. These guys measured on Thursday, yeah, they are full run.
It's nice when it fits, eh? Dit is nou die interessante deel vir my. So daar is die 3 mil. Die flash het vir my mooi gelyk. Maar alles hang net af van die las. Soos as die las mooi is. Ek moet sê as ek 'n step gaan doen, wil ek hom eerder bietjie groter doen of flash. Dis een van daai twee. So dis die 3 mil lift waarvan Nico gepraat het. Wys gou vir ons die flash as jy daai spysers uithaal.
Ja.
Ons hou van flash, nee. Okay, ons doen hom flash. Perfect. En dan gaan nou daai lassie, mens gaan dit baie liggies sien, maar hy gaan
Nee, dis beter.
Ek gaan blend.
Ek kan nie van daai. Ja,
Steek
ek so
nie.
'n bietjie.
sit down for a second. So it's 2 days before we move in. Today's Wednesday, Friday we're moving into the house. So today it feels like the whole army is here again. The dream team, they're busy putting up the rock or the stone in the kitchen. They're grouting the braai. The gas guys are here to install the gas. And I'm hoping that we can get the scullery tiles here today because the tiler is here today as well. Plumbing is being connected in the kitchen. The power sockets or plugs in the island are being connected. The living room light is being moved. There's so many things happening today. And I just realized I need to go get a light for the living room. There's nothing to hang there. I need to get a temporary light. But anyways, it's going well so far. There's a lot of people here. I have a lot of work to do business-wise, and I just can't seem to go sit at my desk because I have to be down here the whole time, supervising and people asking questions and managing the people that come in and out. So it's a crazy day, but I'm trusting this afternoon will be a little bit more peaceful. Before we move in, it's a cool morning and the guys are busy carrying in the oven, and they're going to install the extractor fan so that we know where the stone must still be cladded there between the extractor and the oven.